I'll move that over there. That was funny. What is up, everybody? Let's see what goes on over here. Let's see what my audio sounds like. Come on, man. Let's go. That's live there. Something's up with YouTube. I couldn't go live on YouTube. Don't know why. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. I want to see. See this. How about this? Is this any different? Oh yeah, it is different. Yeah, it sounds a lot better than it does. Oh yeah, it is different. Yeah, it sounds a lot better than it does. Yeah. Yeah, it does sound different. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. What's going on? Who's out there? Henry, what's going on, Henry? How's it going on? How's it going? Jimmy, you out there too? What's up, Jimmy? Oh, Lord. Um, do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Say. Marketplace. Creator. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't believe it's so late. I don't know what I was doing. Well, I know what I was doing. I just can't believe it's this late. Oh, interesting. Is chat working? I think it is. Drop that down. Drop Yeah, it's working. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk. 5 of don't want to talk. Well, you know what that means. Nobody wants to talk. I'll just leave. I'll go do something. Could work on my layout. It's that simple. Go over here. Yeah, it works. Remember customization, subscriber, live chat, replay. Yeah, that's working. That's working. Uh, uh, no. Oh no. See, it doesn't. Yeah, 7 people here. It says 8 people. I don't know. You know, this only works one way. Couple more minutes and I'm going. Hey. Well, c'est la vie. 2 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes and nobody here. I'm leaving. This must be not my time slot, I guess. I don't know. What the hell? Fake bullshit.
We're live here. I'm going to give you one free play lock today. Minnesota over 41 and a half. Bring your kids on. What did they pay you?
Huh. Yeah. Oh, Timo, what's up? How are you? Good evening to you. How's it going? How's it going, Timo? Hey, what's up, Mike? How's it going? What's new on the work front? Still looking for a job? I was just about ready to leave. Anyway, I did the last walk with Bax for this day. It's 12 o'clock over there? You must be 6 hours. 6 hours in your part of the world. It's going reasonable. Sadly, no change on the work front lately, but more apps have been submitted. Well, I hope you get a job doing something somewhere. What have you been doing in the meantime? Working on your layout, building stuff? Yeah, I guess it's 5 hours in the UK and 6 hours where you are. Where are you? You're in the Netherlands, right? All right. Good night, Timo. Sleep well. Thanks for popping in. I'm working on bug fixes for next. And this weekend, I am hoping to assemble one of the modules for my layout. Um, what scale is your what scale is your layout? Are you building your layout, or is this like an additional module? What is it? Earth Digger sleeping. Oh man. Anyway, what is next? NEXXT. What is that? Build a layout from scratch, working on a few structures for the first area while planning parts of it, but the layout will be ON30. Oh, okay. ON30. I think that's O scale, right? Or is it HO? Narrow gauge. Maybe it's HO narrow gauge. I don't know. I want to see next to bridge their older Prodigy system over to the newer things, and then adding a CS and throttle to the mix. Yeah, O scale, but HO scale track. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Bill does that. Bill in Thailand does that, or Bill in Iowa when he's in Iowa. I think he's going to build a ON30 layout there. So what is it, like a mining railroad, a logging railroad? It's a pretty good size layout. I mean, it's pretty big stuff. It's HO track, right? Yeah. But your cars and locomotives are bigger. Hey, Digger, I thought you went to bed.
No, I'm in my PJs, but I've not gone to bed yet. Ron's in a PJs, as you can see there behind the OA.
Hi, Ron.
Jerry.
I didn't even notice her back there until you said something.
Yeah. Chilling out while Ollie goes to sleep.
She looks like she's a your comforter, your bed thing. You know. Where's Harley?
She's in her bed, asleep.
Oh, okay.
She's not asleep yet. She's watching TV.
It's not asleep. It's 11 o'clock there, right?
I know. Well,
yeah,
it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and she's chosen to stay awake. She might have fallen asleep by now. I don't know.
No. I'll be modeling the RGS from Vance Junction out to Pandora, just east of Telluride. Is that Rio Grande and I don't know. Southern? I don't know. I don't know what either any of that is. Yeah, so I didn't listen to what you said. I didn't listen to what you said, but I added some gloss to this one here. Some of that high gloss varnish.
Yeah.
I added some of that. I'm going to see if it stays glossy. I think it will. Like these all did. These are glossy. This big one and this one are flat, and this little one is glossy.
Well, those two that are glossy, those are out of the jar like that, though, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to see how long they take to dry. They're definitely different. I mean, I guess it depends how much area you want to cover with it. And you can just do a thin coat, you know.
Yeah. It depends what you're wanting to make, how damp and what have you. If it's just a puddle with just around the edges that are damp, you only need a little bit of the glossy stuff, don't you?
So, like, my guess is like, um, my guess is the modeling paste, which is this one and these.
Yeah.
I think those peaks that you see, right?
Yeah.
I think they'll be fragile,
Probably.
you know, because it's kind of like it's kind of like spackle, you know, and maybe those peaks might be more durable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know that for sure right now, but like I can feel like this one, like these big ones right there, I can feel that they're hard and they're like if you bumped them they would break.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Possibly. But
But I'll
if
see.
you're putting something in it like tire tracks or something like that,
Yeah.
it should hold that shape well, won't it?
Yeah, well, tire tracks would be indented, right? Not
Yeah.
necessarily
Sticking up, yeah.
sticking up. Unless they went over something. You know. What's up, Joe? As if there is any give on them, they will break. There's no give. I mean, they feel fragile. It's not give. Uh, I think if I smashed it, it would break. You know.
Do you think it'd look good on a rock face? If it were a rock colour, made to look like rocks.
No, because it'd be too expensive to
Yeah,
do it. Like,
best way of doing it, yeah.
no, there's better ways to do rocks. I mean, it looks good. It looks good as mud, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's mud. It's to look like mud. Um, there's cheaper ways to do shaping rocks, you know. I mean, like if you wanted to add mud to the rock, yeah, I mean that would look good. But again, you know, It's probably like $7.50 for this little jar, right? I'm guessing, right? For this little jar.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. That's expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, even $6.50. It might be $6.50. I don't know. Let me go look and see what it is. But still, $6.50 is not cheap either.
You see, the AK jars are a little bit bigger type of thing.
Yeah, they're bigger, but they're like 13, $15 for those at my store.
Yeah, they're
Right?
they're about 9 or 10 here.
Right. So at my store, they're pretty expensive
Mm.
because I thought about getting the asphalt.
Yeah.
It's just too expensive.
Well, I'm what I did with my asphalt. I mixed it down. You know, you can get like a tub of ready-made plaster for filling cracks in the wall and things.
Yeah.
And I got some really cheap one of those from dollar store. Mixed it 50-50 with the asphalt, and the colour came out just like I wanted, grey. It really watered it down. I mean, you can do it
Yeah.
like 70-30, and it made it look like a worn road surface, been there a while. But
Yeah.
I've also used just that cheap plaster, spread that out, made it
Right.
smooth, and then painted it with a pale grey or a lighter grey, and it looks just as good as plaster as the actual asphalt.
Yeah. Yeah. For like Mike's
I would
going to
like
use drywall mud for the mountains. So Mike, these two red and brown colors, it's modeling paste with pigment in it. So it's just modeling paste, and modeling paste is pretty cheap. Uh, yeah, $7.49 for those little jars. Yeah, but they just behave different than the modeling paste. I don't know how to explain it to you. Um, they just they just
more tacky, are they?
yes, way more tacky. Yeah, I don't know what's in there. Like totally way more tacky. They just behave different. Um, way tacky. Like I could probably still keep working that with the modeling paste. It's done. It's almost dry, right?
Right.
That's one of the things I guess with plaster, right? But I'm using it for mud. I'm not using it for rocks, right? What's up, Big Leg? Uh, I can probably still keep working that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's talking about for drywall material. It's like a drywall
Yeah,
compound.
I've got some of that.
Yeah.
They call it browning over here,
Okay.
and it's like what you'd put on if you had a brick wall that you wanted to plaster,
Yeah.
you put the browning on first, like a rough coat of plaster, and then you go over it with the fine, smooth coat once
Yeah.
it's dry, like a base coat. And I got a big
Right.
bag of that given to me in powder form off the joiner next door. They were on the job, and it was left over.
Yeah. And you just
Yeah.
mix it up. You mix it up as
I've used it both ways. I've
thick as
mixed it,
you want. Yeah.
and I put some PVA on the ground, sprinkled this over it so it looks like rough ground, and then airbrush painted it the colour I wanted afterwards. So that looks like dirt as well. Pretty
Yeah.
good stuff. And you can sieve it so you get the really fine powder and really rough bits and what have you.
Yeah. Most of the time, it's really fine. What's up, Dwight Curly?
I Dwight. but I've used that, and I plan to use that again because it's pretty good stuff. Cassie Miller uses tile grout. She buys it in powder form.
Yeah, tile grout. Yeah.
And mixes it and uses that.
I think John 2618 used tile grout for like his concrete and stuff. Yeah. Are you going to have rocks on your layout? Like,
there's going to be some, not a lot. There's going to be a few rocks on the edges going up some of the, the rising ground. There's going to be a few rocks, and down by where the creek comes under the track, there might be a few there, but nothing. I'm not going to have Mount Rushmore type of deal. Just a few.
Yeah, Mike, sand and grout. It's got a little bit of fine. It's a fine grout, fine sand. It's not. I don't know that it. I don't know if it's sand in there, but there's some type of grit to it because it's like super fine. It's super fine.
Slightly abrasive in it, but very, very only slightly.
Yeah.
I'm going to use plaster bandage. That plaster cloth stuff.
Right.
I'm going to put that over.
Yeah. So there is some grit in this. This is a little gritty, not super gritty, but it's got some grit to it.
You can put silver sand to grit.
Huh?
Yeah, you can put silver sand in. If you wanted to use a modeling paste and have some grit to it.
Oh yeah. What's silver sand?
It's a very fine, very they call it silver sand here. It's similar to the stuff you get in a kiddie's sand pit. The bags of sand you can get for a child's sand pit.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing. I think that's probably a lot cheaper. Silver
sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
use it for doing the
10 pound bags, like $3. What the hell are you gonna do with a 10-pound bag?
Well, I'm going to have a lot of ballast left over, I think, but I'm going to use some in trucks as ballast in trucks and some in the quarry and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price for plaster cloth. I have no need for plaster cloth. Are you planning on using any plaster cloth on your layout, Digger?
Sorry, Jerry, what was that? I was just
plaster cloth. Are you planning on using any?
Yes. Yeah, because like where I've got the risers, I've got those
yeah, you got to cover those up.
And I want to cover them to make them look sort of natural type of deal.
Yeah, you got to cover them.
I might put some brick edges to them to make it look like it's been reinforced with brick. But yeah, school storage for the plaster cloth.
School stores. No, I don't think we have any school stores around here.
That's co-education. I don't think.
Never heard of it.
I'll internet it. I'll Google it.
Dryer sheets instead of plaster cloth. Yeah, the dryer sheets are nice, but they're so small. And what if you don't use dryer sheets? Where are you going to get them? They're too expensive, aren't they? Dryer sheets.
What's a dryer sheet? That you put in the dryer?
Yeah, those scented those things you put in your dryer for clothes. Like that or something. If you were building something small, they'd be fine. But if you're building a big mountain, it'd take a lot of them. I don't know. Plaster cloth is just, I don't know. I like plaster cloth. I tried when we did Rick's end scale layout. We tried using paper towels. I didn't like the paper towels. They didn't work good. The plaster cloth worked the best.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to work with.
I've seen it used by dipping it in the water and putting it on, but I saw it being placed being placed where they wanted it, and then go over it with a squirt bottle like this,
Yeah.
smooth it in with a little rubber glove on your hand, and it saves that dipping and dripping everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a mess. It's a total mess. They made such a mess doing them, and they wound up not being as hard as the plaster cloth. I don't know if we didn't do it right, but I wasn't impressed by it. To me, it was like a waste of time. And anymore, paper towels are not cheap anymore.
And
Pa-
that's it.
A roll of paper towels is expensive. What's up, Nancy? How you doing?
I would imagine once a paper towel dries, especially if it's dipped in that stuff, it's going to be really brittle.
It is brittle. It's to me, it's not.
It's
to-
just to
no.
absorb water, so it might crack whatever's on
Right.
top of it.
So to me, it's not even close to being as strong as plaster cloth. It's not even close. It's like like I said, I wouldn't waste my time with it. And that's just me.
I'm not going to use it I'm not going to cover the entire place with it. Just
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, but if you're doing big mountains, yeah, you're not going to cut small sheets. You're going to cover a lot of area. At least I would. I don't know. Planting your marigold seeds? Okay, Nancy. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what you come up with. But yeah, like I said, I didn't care for it. I wouldn't do it again if I was going to do it. I just, you know, you can buy plaster cloth on Amazon pretty cheap.
they have that shaper sheet as well, don't they? It's like a foil with a
Yeah,
on.
that's not bad. I have some of that. I use some of that on part of that layout. It's nice. It's expensive. It's not cheap, but it's nice because like it'll hold its shape, right? You can crinkle it all up, and you get like rock formations and stuff, when you unfold it, which is pretty nice. And then we just wound up coating it with a mixture of plaster,
Yeah.
just so you could paint it and whatnot. But yeah, but those shaper sheets are not cheap. Yeah, to me, the best way to do rocks is foam.
Yeah.
Just big sheets of that thick, rigid foam, and carve it. To me, they look the best.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing with the Celotex. I'll carve it up, but it's full of, it goes everywhere.
Yeah,
So
because it's beads. It's
Yeah.
little beads. It's not like the rigid foam where it's one.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's not like styrofoam
No.
with the stuff everywhere. It's rigid. It's just when you cut it, there's bits of it, like I don't know. You cut it with a knife or a saw, and
Well, I guess it's no different than rigid foam.
but I think covering that with the plaster cloth will enable me to make it look better, because I don't know how well it'll take paint and what have you, where it is. If it's just raw Celotex, I'll have to try a piece, won't I, and see.
Yeah, you got to see how it will take paint and how well you could carve detail into it if you want detail.
When I've peeled the aluminum off, it looks just like the expanding foam in cans.
Yeah.
It looks like it's expanding foam that's been put into a big mold.
Can you carve it though? Can you carve it and add detail to it?
You can, yeah. But like I say, it doesn't crumble away, but it's a very
Yeah.
crumbly inside, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it goes everywhere, and then I'm forever hoovering. All I have to do, because it's not covered with anything at the moment, all I have to do is move a piece of it, and I've got stuff to hoover up.
Yeah.
I think covering it in plastic cloth will solve that. And just
Yeah, but then you won't be able to carve it.
no, I'll have to carve it first, and then just cover certain parts with the plastic cloth just to like seal it up, I suppose.
I wonder if you'd just be better off making rock molds. You know, get those molds and make plaster rocks.
Yeah, to stick on instead of the plastic cloth. I'm going to
Yeah.
use the fork because it's there and it's
Yeah, but you
free.
could stick.
It's easy to stack it up, isn't it?
Maybe you could stick the molds on that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just don't. You know, you have to see what you like, how you like the look of it if you carve it.
I need to see if it'll take the paint, don't I?
I'm sure it would take paint, like acrylic paint, right? You don't
Yeah,
think it'll take acrylic paint?
it might. Yeah, it should. It should do. I don't know if it'll absorb it all, though. You know, if it'll just suck it in.
I don't know. I
It
don't.
might just soak it all right in.
You'll have to see. Get cheap paint.
Yeah, maybe
Instead of,
emulsion. A tin
huh?
of emulsion. A tin of emulsion paint.
Like craft paint bottles, you know, you guys got that over there, right?
Yeah,
So that's kind of cheap. Use that instead of using like Vallejo or AK paints on it. You don't want to waste that on that.
mm.
But then, you know, maybe it'll take washes too. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to have to mess around with some. You got so much of it. You should. That's what you should be messing with. Trying different things with it.
Practice on a piece, painting it and see how it goes. Practice painting a chunk of that tomorrow.
Yeah. You know, you could just do a piece of it and let it dry, and then mess around with it later.
Yeah, the white stuff, that's just ordinary styrofoam and made of little balls in it, and that just goes all over the place.
So that's not what this is.
No, the Celotex is completely different. It looks, honestly, it looks like that expanding foam, but tighter. Not as, you know, when expanding foam and then when it's dry, you cut into it, you can see loads of little air bubbles, can't you? Little air
Yeah.
holes. This stuff you can't. There's no air holes in it. It's like it's been compressed, so it sets without any air bubbles in there.
Right.
But it's quite crumbly. It's quite crumbly when you cut. It's not going to break or anything like that. It's just when you touch the top and bottom that are sealed and flat. It's closed cell form, is this? Yeah, but it's solid. It's sealed. But on the edges, where when you cut it, you could rub it, and the bits would flake off.
Right.
So you don't have to catch it with something, and it'll flake off.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be okay. What's going on, Dwight? Nancy, you got anything good to tell me? Joe Raider, those tankers look pretty good. I can't stand tankers, but they look pretty good. I'm glad I got a boxcar. Glad I got a boxcar. Huh.
I've got a few tankers now. You know, I could even put an oil filler place up like what Robert would do.
What did you say?
I said I've got quite a few tankers. I could put one of those oil stations in, like what Robert's got. You know, where they fill the tankers up.
Are you going to build one?
I could do. I'm not sure.
You got a lot of tankers?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you?
Yeah, I might do.
What's up, Nathan?
Hello, Nathan.
But that's another kit you got to buy.
I'll see. You know, I've got stuff to be going on with at the moment with the container train, all the intermodals and stuff, and the industry stuff. Oh yeah.
Do you have boxcars?
We don't really have those anymore over here. I have a couple that Heath sent, but we don't actually have box cars anymore in this day and age type of thing. I think in the 70s we had something. Can't remember what they called it. It's a box car, but they didn't call it a box car.
So, like, what if what would they put goods in at a manufacturer to travel by train?
I can't remember the name of it. It's a wooden thing, just like a box car.
No, now what would they do now?
Oh, now it mostly go in containers.
Really?
Container, yeah.
So, like, if say like some manufacturer had rail service, they couldn't put stuff in boxcars?
They could. They'd have to have them their own particular carriages built, or wagons built for that. They don't have them. The most of them got sold off, and they ended up using them as chicken coops and all kinds of things. You know.
I can't believe you got no boxcars.
Yeah, it's a thing of the past here, is that you don't see those very often these days.
Do they have boxcars in the UK for rail service?
You Google it, see what they
Yeah.
bought.
Covered rail freight wagons, often known by different names. Boxcars, primarily in the UK, they call them vans. Covered goods wagons. In the modern British rail freight network, you will see enclosed wagons in use, although they have changed significantly over time. Huh. Maybe you just don't see them where you are?
Yeah, well, I don't see much where I am, do I? Only that stupid ass passenger train that goes to next town and back. I see more hoppers and tankers on the Yorkshire line. There's hoppers for the biomass for the power station on the west coast, and
Right.
and east coast has the biomass power stations. And I think we have something for steel, you know, and it's got like a round hood over it.
Right.
And it's like a collapsible thing. You can fold it all back, and it slides under itself, so they can fold the head back to get at the steel. And most of the containers or hoppers are oil tankers.
It doesn't look like you guys have modern boxcars.
No,
That's weird.
we have a lot of open cars for, you know, like Quarry Stone and that. Those are in the gondola types.
Do you call all your cars wagons?
More or less.
Yeah, like I see gondolas, tankers. steel. HOA. These are pretty cool looking. UK delivers first batch of HOA hopper wagons for Mandrip Rail. You ever hear of them? Mendrip?
Mendy. Yeah, Mendy.
Mendip?
They're. I don't think they're going anymore. Mendip Rail. They might be. It's an area, a Derbyshire area, the Mendip Hills, like the Cheviot Hills.
Yeah, this is 2024.
Because I have one called Cotswold Rail. It's a locomotive from Cotswold Rail, and they sort of came and went pretty quickly.
I don't know if you can click that link? Yeah, some of them only have 2 axles, but I think their modern stuff has 4.
Yeah, we have a lot that are on bogies, on trucks, as you call them, on bogies.
Yeah. They're pretty cool looking. I like how they got the brake wheels on the side of the car.
Yeah. Oh, those are
You know-
hoppers, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they carry, but they're pretty cool looking.
Mendy, it's going to be quarry. It's going to be stone and stuff, I think.
Yeah. I'm sure the article says something.
Yeah. It's aggregate.
Okay.
Aggregate stones from the quarries.
And those, what is it, slurry tankers? They're pretty cool that you have. I remember Les has some he bought. They're pretty cool. They're tankers for slurry or kaolin slurry or clay or something. They're pretty
Yeah, China clay slurry.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. You do have some cool cars, some of them.
But they're not big. They're not big, are they? Like what you get. We don't get a 12,000 foot long freight train like you lads do.
No, but they're not necessarily great.
Yeah, I saw one today on someone's video, and there were 5 power units at the front dragging this thing through Arizona desert. And it was intermodals, doubled up, double stack, going fantastic. Just fantastic. Went on forever. Incredible. You imagine how much stuff's being moved across land in one, a full shipload of stuff being moved across land in one go.
Yeah. Nathan, what did you do today?
Is there no need for trucks to carry products on trucks for trains? What do you mean by trucks? Does he mean lorries?
I don't know. What do you mean by trucks? Like they call them lorries over there. Trucks.
Yeah, but our trains are much more often, Nathan, so you might stop at a junction waiting for the train to come past, and it'll keep flashing. Another train's coming, don't go anywhere. There's 20,000 train journeys a day in the UK. 20,000 actual individual trains on the loose.
Yeah, like you guys get more trains probably because your trains aren't as big.
Yeah, they're tiny, and a lot of those will be commuter trains to get people about. But you need the big trains, and you need those big lorries and stuff, because it's a massive place. Over here, they have one distribution place, and they'll take the train to that, and then lorries will come on the road and take it out to the smaller outreaches of towns and what have you, and supermarkets. Whereas where you are, you've millions and millions of miles to cover, and it's completely different. So you need really big trains, and you need them to get everywhere, and then probably have a few distribution centres everywhere, you know, to get it out. It's a big place, it's America, isn't it?
Seeing if I can change my camera.
It's like all of our railway infrastructure has to be fenced or walled off, so you can't wander onto the tracks.
Yeah.
That's quite practical to do that. I mean, up on the Highlands and stuff, they don't do that. Out on the Scottish Highlands and in the Highlands where we are on the top, but in a lot of them they do, and certainly all in the urban areas and suburban areas, everywhere's fenced. It keeps people off wandering about, but it's not practical for you guys to do that, because what you're going to do, fence it off all the way through the Arizona desert? No,
Yeah.
you're going to drop dead trying to fence that off. It's not practical. That's why it's not done, I suppose. Do you
Nathan.
shave your head, please? No, Nathan, it's nothing to do with that. It's to do with the fact that the bit of hair I do have left is very, very grey.
He's bald like me, Nathan.
Yeah, and it's
He
on
doesn't.
the sides and the back. The chop's all gone. Like
He doesn't. He,
well,
he, he doesn't want people to see it. I don't care if people see it.
it's not the light bounces off my head, Nathan.
Yeah.
That's all right, Nathan. Don't you worry, my friend. Perfectly fine question.
He's probably going to cry now, Nathan. Dwight Curley, what are you doing over there? Where'd you go, Dwight Curley? Joe Rader, is Sparky supposed to come to Timonium? Greetings, Cosman. Greetings. I'm not wearing a bandana.
But he could do if he wanted to. He's not wearing it by choice. He chooses not to.
I got one. I got a couple of them somewhere.
I have a few, but people are used to seeing me with the bandana, aren't they now?
I wear them mostly if I'm working in the summer and sweating.
It stops your head getting burnt, doesn't it?
Keeps the sweat from your eyes.
But when I go to Howard's shop, I've been up there without the bandana, and he's not recognised me immediately. When he's been
Really?
busy in the shop, yeah. I've been in the corner of the shop looking in the cupboard, and he said, "Hey, don't open that cupboard."
Really?
Yeah, where the models are, and I've looked around and said, oh, it's you. I didn't recognise you. Don't come in without your bandana again.
Really? He yells at people when they open it up?
It was a display cabinet of very expensive stuff that had been left unlocked. It's usually locked, and he'll open it for you to look at stuff. And
He yelled at you, huh?
and he said, "Hey, you don't open that." And then I looked round, and he said, "Oh, it's you. Carry on." But when everyone had gone, he said, "Don't ever do that in my shop again. Really serious." And I said, "What? What?" I said, "Coming in without your bandana on. I didn't know who you were."
Do you know who you are when you talk? Guess not.
Yeah, once I spoke, you knew.
So, Digger, you can't smoke by the window.
No, but I've got this door open here.
Yeah, but then it goes into the rest of the house.
No, it doesn't. It's going out the window that's at the top of the stairs.
Huh?
There.
Oh, there's a window there?
Top of the stairs, yeah.
Yeah, it's Digger's new train set.
No, this is my room from a different angle. I used to be over the other side of the room, and you see where that wardrobe is behind me. That would have been behind me because I'd have been facing where now the parrot cage is. That's where the camera would have been.
Yeah,
So
he was over in that back corner over there.
where Jimmy's cage is now, behind there, was where the computer was on my modelling bench, and camera and the wardrobe would have been behind me. Just
Yeah.
moved around a bit.
What's up, Bob?
One sec.
She got excited. Ah, his modeling room looks like a modeling room. Toy Curly, what are you doing? Oh man.
Why some railways that are not nationalised by England? They're just in the process of renationalising all the railways again, Nathan. And it's going to be called Great British Railways this time. They've got contracts, leases out for a certain length of time to private companies, DB Schenker, Grand Central, Southern Rail, and people like that. And as those contracts run out, Transport for Wales, their contracts run out. So that's all Great British Railways. There's a couple that have done it, and as soon as the contracts run out, they're bringing them back into public ownership.
You don't have no private rails?
Yeah, but the entire tracks belong
To British?
Yeah, but they run a separate company called Network Rail, and Network Rail maintain all the tracks, but it's part of the British Railways.
They belong to the king?
Yep.
So, Digger, what's going on over there, man? Are the Muslims going to take over the UK like they did
No.
France?
It's scaremongering, Jerry. It's headline grabbing and scaremongering. We do have Muslims here.
Yeah.
But nothing's changed about the Muslim people that live here in the last 30 years that I can think of.
So, what about France?
Well, I don't know what problems they're having, are claiming to have, but all they've done is ban the wearing of the niqab and
Hajib? Yeah.
But it says that's a slight slippery road to go down, because in a free country, you're free to wear whatever you want on your head, aren't you?
Well, are they worried about them taking over the country?
I don't think so.
What's all the riots in London about?
That there was, the people are illegally coming over on boats.
Oh, yeah.
And the government are putting them in hotels while they process them. The previous government, we used to have, I don't think they call them asylum centres, but processing centres.
Yeah.
Where people could go to apply for political asylum or whatever over here. And the previous government closed all those down. So there's no holding centres or anything like that anymore. So when they come over in these rubber dinghies, they're shipping them straight to hotels. They were using military bases at first, old ones that were left over from the Second World War and weren't used, and hotels and things. And the protests are about that because they're saying they're illegally here. But they've come here in an untoward manner on these boats, but technically they're not illegal until their asylum claim has been turned down or accepted. If they're put in for a political asylum and they don't get it, then they're illegally here and have to be removed. But the
So where
removal,
do like if they just come in, if they come in and get into the country, they're not illegal?
technically, they are not, but they are undocumented, but they're not technically illegal. It is unlawful what they've done, but it's not an illegal migrant. It's only classed as an illegal migrant under the Human Rights Act if they apply for asylum and the asylum is refused and they're still here, then they're here illegally. But because they can't, there's no holding centres and processing centres because they got closed down by the previous government. They've nowhere to put them and nowhere to process them, and there's a massive backlog, so they're chogging up the system, and there's more and more turning up every day. So the civil unrest is about that. Ahoy, hoy, Mystic.
Yeah, what's up, Mystic? But I don't see that's so that doesn't make sense. Like one of them can come over, get into the country, and never go to these processing places and go about your, wherever freely, but he's not an illegal.
No, you can't freely go around anywhere.
What do you mean?
If you come in that way, you're lifted straight away and processed. It's just that the processing is taking so long because there's a massive backlog. They've nowhere to put these people while they process them. So they put
Yeah, but if they make their way through and into the country, how do you know who is supposed to be there and who's not supposed to be there?
Oh, because they're picked up straight away as soon as they land.
Yeah, but how about if they go in somewhere where they're not picked up?
Well, because we're an island, the only way they're coming across is over the water.
Right, I understand that.
And they're waiting for them. They're there every day waiting for them, the Border Patrol.
Yeah, but like they can't cover the whole entire country coast.
There's only the North Sea, Jerry, is one of the most violent, roughest seas in the world. It's the highest rising tide, some of the places in the world. Like, from high tide to low tide can be as much as 16 feet up the east coast in certain places. And the shortest route is the busiest shipping route in the world. And the shortest route is from France, from Calais in France, and further around Belgium, where that's the only feasible way you're ever going to get across. If you set across and you're the other ways and you don't know what you're doing and you've got a rubber dinghy with 40 people overloaded, you're going to drown. And people have drowned and they've just found bodies washed up.
Yeah.
The main place to watch is around the coast there. To be quite honest, if you came across the coast somewhere else other than France and you didn't get picked up and processed, and you've no idea where you are and what you're doing or where to go, you've landed in a big heap of trouble, because you're going to be cold, you're going to be wet, you're going to be tired from trailing across the North Sea, presuming you've survived.
Yeah.
And then you have to try and get out from where you are and make your way to who knows where. You don't know where you're going. They're willingly surrendering themselves when they get there. They're happy to surrender themselves because they know they're going to be processed.
Where are they coming from?
Well, a lot are coming from the war, Syrian and Afghanistan trouble places, but the vast majority are coming through Africa. Now, the problem is with Africa is when Gaddafi was in Libya, he maintained his country and everything was fine, but somebody in the wisdom thought, let's go and kill Colonel Gaddafi. I'm not pointing fingers here. They said, let's do it and let's shellac Libya. Let's ruin the place, leave it without enough infrastructure to maintain its own borders. Knowing the consequences of that will be opening the floodgates into the Mediterranean. So the
I
floodgates
don't
into the
know.
Mediterranean, they came into the Mediterranean. Millions of people flooded into Europe by the same method. European Union plunged into serious financial trouble because of it. The euro dropped against the dollar, surprise, surprise, which is what the plan was in the first place, because the euro was getting stronger than the dollar. And it destabilized the entire economic European Union, including the UK. UK came out of the European Union hoping that it'd help things. It hasn't done jack shit. And it's just a big mess, and people are pouring through Libya, North Africa, straight into the Mediterranean and out because Libya's no man's land. They haven't got enough. They can't patrol. They can't maintain their own borders. A bunch of Boy Scouts could overtake Libya right now with
So why
catapults.
don't they want to stay there? There's nothing
Well,
for them to stay for.
Africa's a bit of a shithole, isn't it, mate?
Is that where Libya is?
Yeah, North Africa.
Huh.
So they're coming from Burkina Faso, not Kenya. Kenya's quite all right. There's nothing to worry about there. From the South Africa, Ghana, all these other countries up to the north, straight through Libya. Whereas when Gaddafi were in charge, they had border patrols. They had the border sealed and maintained. They couldn't do it. The countries where they live are more than happy to let them walk out because it's no longer their problem. We've
So
got too many
what are they?
African.
They're Africans.
Yep.
Okay. What's up, Floyd? So that's where most of your people are coming from.
Yep. African nations.
So they're not coming from like China and
No. No,
Huh.
no one's coming from China because they've all got good jobs in China nowadays, haven't they?
I don't know. We got Chinese nationalists
All
coming across our borders. I forget how many Chinese they said came across our border last year.
we've got Chinese population here in Manchester. We've got a big Chinatown, you know.
Yeah, but that's different though. These are like these
Illegals.
are illegals. You know, they're
Oh.
you know.
We've had that from China before now. And they came working. A company took them to work, and they to go on the beach at a very dangerous place in Morecambe Bay, not far from here, collecting cockles, you know, the seafood, those cockles in shells, and it's all quicksand and horrible. It's a very dangerous place, is Morecambe Bay. If you don't know it, don't go on it. And 17 or 18 of them ended up drowning all at once.
Yeah,
And
like what Cosman says, if they're happy to let them leave, they're not politically persecuted. What kind of asylum do they have?
Well, they make shit up, don't they? They make shit up when they get here. They lie about it. But the problem is they can't process it. With no processing centres left. This government's been in there for a year. They're trying it to process people. They're having to put them in hotels because there's no processing detention centres. They used to keep them in a big detention area. You can't get out. You're staying here till we process you, and then it's either you can come or you can go.
So are they going to bring processing centers back?
Well, they are doing, and they're doing deportations now, but it's taking a lot of time. They're absolutely backlogged and quagmired with it. There's that many of them.
So, like, either way, the people in the UK are having to pay for these people.
Yes, 100%. And the problem is because they're not in holding centres, they're free to come and go as they want. And there's been some very serious crimes committed by these people, sexual crimes and things.
Right. Like here. Yeah.
and disappear, and they disappear.
Yeah.
They've no way of keeping tags on them.
But you guys don't classify them as illegals.
No, the law doesn't class them as illegals in the sense that
Yeah.
they haven't had their asylum claim heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. The world's going to completely to shit, and nobody cares.
Yeah. Got that right, Joe.
Yeah, you can be persecuted at home, but I think, to be honest, and this is only my opinion, they're here for economic reasons.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, sure. I mean, it's either that or they're here to commit crimes, one or the other, right? They're here to work legitimately or to continue to uh, commit crimes because they can here. Well, they can there and they can here because there's more people to commit crimes against.
Yes, exactly. I'm
Right?
saying just that, Nathan. Yeah, it's the same problem here as you have there. But the first world nations will always have the problem with second and third world countries migration.
Yeah.
Some of it's good, some of it's good. You know, the guy who saved me when I had my first heart attack was an Egyptian doctor.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, some of them are here for legitimate reasons, right? And
yeah.
and some aren't. That's just how it is.
If you migrate yourself to a country and you've got skills that that country needs, and you're a nurse, a doctor, or something, that's all well and good, isn't it? Take care,
Yeah.
Joe. But yeah,
See
we've
you,
just
Joe.
everyone's leaving now. We've depressed them all with the truth.
Huh?
We've depressed everyone with the truth of the situation.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's the
No,
sad
it is.
truth.
It's my show. I talk what I want to talk about. And now I got to ask Bob the questions. Bob, is the bench in? And did you start uh, your layout bench work? Nathan, did you have a donut today? Yeah, I don't know. Just don't know, Digger. It's crazy out there.
It is. I've got a friend in Italy, Roberto, and some of the things he tells me and videos he sends me are harrowing. It's horrible. You know,
Whoop.
Italy is a very important cultural centre for the Western world.
Right.
It's where the development really started to come from. Da
What part
Vinci
of Italy is he in?
and the Romans and the buildings and the aqueducts, the viaducts, the roads. And that's all through Europe, and it came to Britain. Or they didn't get as far as Scotland, they got their ass kicked. They didn't get into Ireland, they got their ass kicked. But it's where kind of civilization kind of took a great upturn all at once. You know, the Roman Empire, as brutal as it was in its ways, but and so when you go back to Italy, where that began from, there's a lot of great engineering works, artworks, and things like that, that we need to preserve because they're important to everyone's heritage who's in the West now.
Right.
And the desecrating them, the disrespecting it, these are migrants, you know.
And where are they coming from?
Africa, same. We see,
Same thing.
yeah, they get into a rubber dinghy on the coast of Libya in the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean isn't tidal. There's no high and low tide. It's just a small sea
Right.
and a small inlet. And they just sail across to the Sicilian,
Right.
Greek islands, Cyprus, you name it, Greek coast, Italian coast, all
Right.
those European countries are nearest. And then from there, they could just go on the loose and try and make their way through Europe to the UK Although myself, if it were me, I'd like to stay in Italy myself. You know, in Tuscany, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I suppose they don't have the same economic.
No. So where's your friend in Italy?
Sorry,
What part of Italy is your friend in?
he's in Rome. He's in Rome.
Oh, he's in Rome. Okay. Yeah. Well, Rome is a bit. So Rome, a lot of tourists, right? So they're going to go there, commit crimes against tourists, and
Yeah,
you know,
and show
pickpockets.
the police and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Just
Come and
because they can.
come and shit up the country.
Yes, you wreck it basically. It's
Yeah.
sacrilege what they're doing. It's not just important for Italy to maintain those things. It's important for the entire Western world to maintain those things because this is where it started for Europe.
Yeah.
You know, we were still painting ourselves blue and throwing sticks and rocks at each other until the Romans turned up and said, let's build some roads, lads, instead of these mud tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's introduce some sort of law and order. And I'm not saying everything they did were good because they crucified Jesus and stuff and that were terrible. But they did some things that have benefited in general.
Yeah.
Reason, just
Yeah.
modern
Yeah. I mean,
things.
yeah.
We've got Roman stuff here from the Roman baths that we still have, and
Right.
stuff like that. And it's important to keep them. It's part of the history. And the Colosseum in Rome, there were an American tourist who scratched his name in it, and he was seen doing it and filmed. And obviously, the police have got him now, and he's being prosecuted for it.
Yeah. He should
He
be.
were only a young guy thinking, "Oh, I scratched my name in the Colosseum. It's good," but it's not. You're desecrating historical
Yeah.
monument.
Yeah. People have people. People are very disrespectful anymore.
Hmm.
Everywhere, not just in,
Oh yeah, it's a worldwide thing.
everywhere. It's a worldwide thing, and they're so disrespectful. Like look at the hoodlums in California that just went through and stole and broke into all the stores down there. I don't know what part of California it was. It was just on the news not long ago. They showed you them driving cars into like Louis Vuitton store and going in there and stealing. And poor people, that have businesses there, they're breaking in and stealing their money. And it's like and they can't do nothing about it. They're not going to do nothing about it.
No,
It's a disgrace. And there's Gavin Newsom talking about how he wants to take the face coverings off of the federal ICE. I don't know, what would you call them? Police? I don't know. The ICE agents, right? He wants them to uncover. That's what he's worried about. He's not worried about his hardworking people that are being looted and God knows what else. That's what he's worried about. He's a piece of shit.
I like Mystic. I like Roman candles, the fireworks, but not. There's a parachutist term called a Roman candle, and that's when your parachute doesn't open. It stays like that. It just deploys, but doesn't. The canopy doesn't open, and they call that a Roman candle.
That's not a good Roman candle.
No, that's a bad Roman candle, but the firework Roman candles are quite nice.
Yeah. Hey Bob, PK and W. I'm talking to you over there. Don't ignore me.
You have to pay the government just to rent the land. No, the private rail companies, Nathan, they pay to use the tracks. Just like everywhere else, if Amtrak uses your rail tracks out there that belong to UP, they'll have to pay UP, won't they, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how it works. Oh,
The rails themselves, the infrastructure, belongs to Network Rail, which is part of public ownership, and which is a sensible thing, really. I'm glad they didn't privatise that as well, because it'd be in a right state. A lot of the privatised rail companies have had to have subsidies off the government to keep going, when the governments sold them off to privatise the rail network, they had no contingency plans for if it was a crap service, and they provided bad services that didn't work. And so they said, well, we need more money, we can't afford to. And so the government subsidised them.
Right.
If we're going to subsidise the rail network, at least be it a public one. You shouldn't subsidise private companies.
So it's not bad. It's dry. Everything is dry. Right.
Yep.
So this stuff, it feels rubbery. You know?
So it'd bend, it'd give it, it'd yield.
Huh?
It's flexible, like.
Yeah, it's flexible. Where this stuff isn't, you know, it's very stiff. It's very I can break it, but it's pretty durable, but it's very stiff. Yeah, I kind of like this stuff. I think it looks pretty good. Not the green, these two little things here. And the one I did here with the gloss makes it feel rubbery.
Right.
Yeah. Is that
What
my
I mean-
paint? What's a paint mule? That was a paint mule. Bob,
Yes,
you're ignoring my question to you, Bob.
they just have to buy the land like you would anywhere else. If they want to put a new line through people's land, they'd have to buy it, and it won't be cheap.
Yeah, won't be cheap. I don't know. What the hell is a paint mule?
Is it one of those, like an artist board, you know, that holds all the different paints while they
Ah.
go paint Bob Ross?
Just a piece of plastic.
Hello, Life with Roscoe.
It's a model you use to test painting techniques.
Oh,
It's just a piece of plastic, Bob. It's not a model. Just
Mystic
plastic.
thinks it's an abstract work of art, and it's lovely.
What? Jerry, you're doing abstract art now. Yeah. Do you want to buy it?
Mystic, make him an offer. Sign it, Jerry.
Make me an offer, Mystic.
Sign it at the bottom.
What do you want me to sign it as?
Scrap bags from kids. Yeah.
Boxcar Jerry? Or my alias?
People's land.
I'm speaking with Rose. Okay. Guess Johnny is never coming back. Guess not.
Cosmin, if you've got some land here that belongs to you, and the railway wants to buy some of it to put a railway through, they have to pay you for it. That's what I mean, people's land. Different when a heritage railway in the business. The railway looks after their own track.
What's the title? I don't know. I haven't thought of that yet.
Well, it's got mud and it's got green. It's called Field Test.
Field test. Field test. How much you give me for it?
No, Cosmin.
No.
You can buy land yourself.
Yeah, you could buy land over there. Digger owns land. Yeah. What do you think? Like the farmers don't I don't like that name. You think the farmers yeah, farmers got land.
Certain land belongs to the crown. And you can't do anything there without their permission. like Cornwall. Um,
Man, Jimmy, you're really pounding the rails over there, aren't you?
hello, Hugh. There was up until this year, Nathan, and the King says he doesn't want the rail train anymore. He thinks it's a waste of time and money.
So what are they going to do with it?
I think he'll sell it off.
Wow.
They sold the Queen's Royal Yacht Britannia, didn't they? That ended up in New York, I think.
Huh.
But then they built a new one.
I wonder who's going to buy the Royal train.
I don't know. Hello, Brad.
Hey,
Creek.
Brad, what's up, Little Creek Brad? Maybe you should buy it.
They still have royal carriages. I just think the King's not going to bother using them.
HSP 46, huh? You're really nailing it over there as an engineer, huh, Jimmy?
He's been working all day, hasn't he, look?
Let's buy the Royal train. What are we going to do with it, Cosman? Probably can't run it nowhere. What's the Royal train look like, Digger?
Well, it's just an ordinary train. I think it was the latest one was Great Westerns. They just got some posh carriages on there for the royal family.
Does anybody make any models of it?
I don't think the latest one I've seen a model of, but you can get the royal carriages and what have you.
See you, Floyd. Yeah.
They'd use a loco and just mark it up for that occasion. Obviously, there's no, there's no like first class, second class, and all that. It's just for the royal family to use.
We sell it for scrap. You know why they complain, Jimmy? Because they're pussies. That's why. Pussies.
Yeah, it's just tiring when it's a long day, I guess, Hugh, eh?
Well, Jimmy's not tired.
He said he was.
Jimmy's been running trains since this morning.
He said he's beat 3 round trips from Worcester to Boston and beat. So he's got a little bit of fatigue.
Welcome back, Wigwag. What did you eat for dinner? Digger, what did you have for tea?
You don't want to know. Goat kebab.
Damn, another good kebab. That's the second time this week, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
How come? Ron didn't feel like cooking?
Rob fell asleep this afternoon
Right.
with Harley. And deliberately I let Ron sleep longer than she usually would. She usually says wake me up around about 4 o'clock. But I let her sleep till after 5 because she was extra tired.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Oh no, you've left me too long asleep. I can't make tea." And I said, don't worry. We'll just have some takeaway food."
So that was it, huh? What does Harley like?
I'm not sure. Oh, she had cottage pie. You know, when Mary was talking about cottage pie,
Yeah.
she had a little cottage pie that Ron had she'd made ages ago, a few of them, small portions, and they were in the freezer. We got a new freezer today because the old one was playing up, it was leaking. We've had it a long time. And so when she was switching the food over,
Right.
she got a pie out for Harley. But she goes back to her mum's tomorrow.
Does she?
Yeah, for a couple of days, I think.
Well, that's nice. So that's what you had. Goat kebabs.
I did.
Wigwag had fajitas.
Right, wow. Well, I think it's becoming season of broth and things here soon. So I think
Yeah.
we're into broth and stew and things like that very soon.
Dwight, what do you got a bandage on? How did you make out at the doctor's, Dwight?
Oh, his leg won't heal up, will it?
I don't know. What happened?
He's got a wound, an open wound in his leg, and it won't heal up
Really?
from when he fell.
Ah,
That happened with Henry VIII, and he had a wound that didn't heal. It went septic on him, though.
yeah, you got to watch that, especially with diabetes.
Mm.
When did you find all that out?
He was in Steve Childers' live.
Oh, today?
Yeah. And I'm internet enabled in every room I visit now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I had it on, and I saw Steve Childers is on. I looked at the time, I saw nothing that I should have been doing, so I jumped in for the last half hour.
I missed him today. Usually I jump in and say hello. And he plays my song.
Yeah, he played mine when I got
What's your
there.
What's your song?
It was just jungle music with a picture of me with Jimmy on my shoulder. It was good. It was nice. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny. He plays something boxcar something with me, and he's got a picture of Gru. It's funny. It's pretty good.
You might need antibiotics, I think.
So wait, what did the doctor say? Bob, is the bench out, Bob? Did you put the bench outside yet? Bob is ignoring me because I have really hard questions for him.
What bench is going outside?
The one he made a bench to put outside of his model shop.
All right.
And he must not have done it because he keeps ignoring my question to him.
Wow.
What are you going to wait for? What are you going to wait for, Bob? Winter time? Come on, let's go.
This is Channel Charlie Boy 313. He drives through the Hudson films it. Yeah, I think I've seen him. He drove through Detroit as well, a really poor area where most of the houses were empty and there were junk outside each. But it looked like they were lovely houses at one time. That happens in lots of places, though. It's happened here in the UK, so.
What do you, Wigwag? You need to open your eyes, Wigwag. There's a lot of places in this world like that. Go through parts of West Virginia.
I hope that works, Dwight. I really do.
Patronizing projects needed to winterize the building right now. What do you got to winterize it for?
Because it's coming up to winter.
I know, but like you're going to stay in there and you're going to heat it. What do you got to winterize it for? I just noticed Jerry turned off XP. Yeah. Turned off that stupid shit, Wigwag.
I hope it gets you sorted soon, those antibiotics, Dwight. I really do. It's as you get older, it takes longer to heal, doesn't it?
Is it infected? Did you freeze up, Digger?
No. I'm saying it must be infected because it's got antibiotics.
Yeah, it must be infected.
or his blood thinners because of being stressed out over the fall. Can't take any of his thinners. Oh. You know, I knew of someone who had an ulcer on his leg. It was on the TV and it was in Yorkshire. And it wouldn't heal, it was a mess and it was a weeping open wound. But they took a piece of skin, only the size of a pinky nail, off his leg, you know, a good piece of skin, what weren't infected.
Yeah.
They put it on a gauze and grew it in a laboratory into a big square.
Right.
And then they got that and stuck it over where he were wounded,
Right.
and it healed up. The skin grew, connected,
Yeah.
and all healed up.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Up to now, they've been doing skin grafts, you know, where
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
take it and then stick it straight there.
Yeah. I'm refurbishing and insulating one of the fire doors which leaked cold air all last winter. Then I will be hanging insulated blankets by the double freight doors. Why don't you just put up some rigid foam on those double freight doors? On the inside of those doors. You should have put some of that foam that you threw out on those doors. On the inside at least.
For the doors.
Yeah, you got to insulate your doors, don't you, Digger?
Yeah, still got that to do, really.
Yeah, you should get on that before the winter comes. Especially, yeah. Hey, get on that, Digger. It's not infected yet. I have to go see a wound specialist next week. They will put on better bandages. Yeah. Yeah, usually you go to a wound specialist when your wound isn't healing. I guess they put you on antibiotics in case it gets infected. How big is your wound, Dwight? Quarter, 50-cent piece?
That's a good idea about putting the insulated blankets over the doors. Keeps any drafts out.
Yeah, but if you put the foam on there, you'll be okay.
Oh, yeah. When I close the doors on mine now and I just put the heater on for a little while, it soon warms up. I know it's a big area to warm up, but it does get warm.
Yeah, maybe if you put some weather stripping around the door so that when it closes, it seals.
Yeah,
I don't know what it looks. Yeah, about the size of a quarter. That's not too bad. But yeah, yeah. Take care of it, Dwight.
Where a tree branch stabbed into you, Dwight? Something like that.
Steve 87, what's up? Did a tree branch stab him?
I don't know. He fell into bushes, didn't he, off the porch? He banged into the wall with his back and his head, then fell onto the ground and rolled off the porch into the bushes. And then that's when the raccoons came.
The raccoons, yeah. It's a good thing those raccoons didn't bite you.
Yeah, it's a good job they knew him.
Yeah. What's going on, Steve 87?
They'd have dragged him off into the coin otherwise.
Yeah. How's things out in your part of the woods? I hear like Portland's a mess. All those protesters in Portland.
So what are they protesting for?
ICE. You know, how ICE is going around scooping up illegals and, you know, doing their job, protecting us.
I realise that everyone has the right to protest and whatever in free countries and that, but does it actually do any good. Does a good result become of the protest?
No,
You get a big protest, and then the government says, "Oh, you're right. Then we'll stop doing it." Does
no,
that?
nothing good comes of it.
It doesn't happen here like that. They do a protest, and then they send the police to go and thump them all with sticks.
Yeah, but they don't go and thump them all with sticks. They should thump them all with sticks. The protesters throw rocks and shit at the police.
Mm.
They have no respect. They should shoot them, is what they should do. I'm okay with them shooting them.
Yeah, but are you not okay that people have the right to protest if they want to? It's a
Peacefully.
peaceful protest. That's the law. Peaceful protest.
Peaceful protests, fine. I don't care. But when you start damaging the city and ruining things and disturbing
Yeah.
hardworking people,
Yeah, I don't
then
understand that.
you lose everything. So
So
I'm fine with them
that's
shooting them.
dumb.
Not with rubber bullets either. Shoot them with real bullets.
The thing is, we've had some here and they're saying we're standing up for the country, standing up for Britain and what have you. Defending, one of them said defending British values, but he couldn't name any particular value that he was defending.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, they smashed a mosque up that was
Right.
nothing to do with the incident that
Right.
they were protesting about.
No.
And then they smashed loads of police cars up and stuff that we all have to pay for.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
thought, how the bloody hell is that defending your country? Smashing people's houses up, smashing churches and mosques, and smashing all the police cars. How's that defending your country in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah. Well, you know, all it takes is one idiot to get them all together and fill their heads with bullshit, and then they figure, oh, you know, they're doing this to us, and they're doing this to us, and we got to get revenge on them. And that's what they do. You know, people are easily led. You know, people are like sheep. People are like sheep. They follow you. What's up, Tammy? How's the
Ron's
puppy?
been telling me about the puppies. The gorgeous beagle puppies.
She's got a lot of puppies. You want one, Digger?
I wish I could have a puppy, but I've got too many dogs and I'm too far away. Which is just as well because we're on a big going filling the boot with them, won't you? Filling the car boot.
You got too many dogs now.
Far too many. Oh, you will be. Yeah, exhausted.
So you got all your puppies given away or sold, Tammy? Is that what you're doing? What are you doing with them all? You keeping any? Did you start naming them? How many boys and girls you got? Tammy Supermom can't be exhausted. Is that one of your puppies' names? Six girls and 2 boys, huh? Wow.
I'm just going to have a chocolate biscuit. It's a digestive biscuit.
Oh, yeah, they're good. With chocolate on the back.
Yep.
They're yummy. So, Tammy, are you keeping any of them? What are you going to do with them all? Please tell me you're not keeping them all.
You're right there, Bob. She is super mum, isn't she?
Where you live in the summer, is there more daytime than when it's winter?
A lot more, yeah. We live on in quite up on the curve of the northern hemisphere, so
You're keeping 2 of them? Oh my God.
in winter we can get as little as 4 hours of daylight.
Beagle puppies. Are they all beagle, Tammy, or they got some other animal in them?
Beagle cross mountain lion.
Beagle mountain lions? Is that what they are? Beagle poodles. Poodle beagles. Beagle doodles. That's what she's got. Beagle doodles. Beagle doodles.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Waycross Trains. What's up? What's up, Waycross Trains? We're only charging for their first 6 weeks. That's about $200 for 100% beagle. 100% beagles, huh? So, Wigwag, do you have a dog, Wigwag? I thought your dog passed away, or your cat passed away. Which animal of yours died, Wigwag?
That is so cheap, Tammy. You pay 4 times that over here for a beagle puppy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'd pay a lot for it over here, but she's just not. She's not charging a lot. Oh, your 2 cats. Okay. Well, why don't you buy one of Tammy's beagles?
Yeah, there you go. Wigwags needs a beagle friend.
Buy one of Tammy's beagles. Charge them $400 for it, Tammy. See, there you go, $400.
Easily.
$400, you can have a beagle, Wigwag. Next, I'm gonna have trade-in dogs. I have my trade-in dogs Saturday, maybe.
Boxcar Jerry's Exotic Animal Emporium.
Yeah.
Buy and sell monkeys and parrots.
Digger, are there a lot of Doctor Who conventions where you live?
There is in London, I believe. I've never been to one, but I did go when I was a youngster to a Doctor Who exhibition.
Did you?
Yeah, they'd had some Daleks and a couple of Sea Devils, a cyborg or 2. And
Did you like Doctor Who?
when I was a kid, it was a bit of a cult thing, like, because of the monsters on it and stuff, you know. I remember sitting in the front room and my older brother saying, "Oh, Doctor Who's coming on here, quick. Have this cushion," so you could hide behind the cushion when the monsters came on. The Daleks, I like watching the Daleks. Ron was frightened of the Daleks when she was a kid.
I don't know nothing about it. I didn't watch Doctor Who.
I could take it or leave it, and I didn't follow it like a fan. If it were on, I'd watch it. Well, I got taken to the Doctor Who exhibition. But I still like Daleks. I think they're pretty cool.
My brother was in the Doctor Who. That hair, though. What hair?
Tom Baker's hair. He had a big long scarf, did Tom Baker.
Who?
Before him was a fella called John
Who?
Pertwee. Doctor Who.
What about his hair?
With his curly hair.
He had curly hair, Doctor Who? I never watched. I never saw one of them shows. I don't know.
What do you mean by cult? Doctor Who? Unique in its time. No, I'm just saying it has a big following, like Trekkies for Star Trek. That's a cult following. Same for the Star Wars and all them. Yeah, there's been a lot of Doctor Who's over the years.
Who was the original one?
Oh, I can see his face, but I don't remember his name. The first one I ever saw was John Pertwee, which I think was perhaps the second Doctor back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Where's Doctor Who from?
A planet called Gallifrey.
What do you mean?
He's a Time Lord.
No. I mean, where was it made?
Oh, UK. Pinewood Studios, UK.
It's a UK show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's big into Doctor Who. Cool. Which is your favourite Doctor, Tommy? I haven't really watched the modern ones, you know.
What do you mean modern ones? They're still on?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, the first one I remember was Doctor Who, John Pertwee, which was the second, I think, Doctor in the late 60s, early 70s. Then Tom Baker came along.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was very popular, You the Tomorrow People, yeah. Not anymore, but it was at the time, yeah. It was very popular, The Tomorrow People.
With a cult following. It says it has a cult following. 892 episodes. It started in 1963. Wow. What's it supposed to be like? What is it like? Futuristic or?
Sort of, but he's a Time Lord, and he has this. It's an old police call box. On the outside, it looks like a telephone box, but a police.
Oh yeah, isn't that called like a TARDIS or something?
That's the TARDIS, which is an acronym of Time and Relative Dimensions in Space.
Oh, is that why it's called the TARDIS?
Yeah, and it can travel to different time zones, different planets, even different places in time.
All right, Tammy. Good night. Take care.
It was kind of known for its. It had some very corny props and sets, you know.
Yeah.
And it was kind of known for that, like they blew the budget on something else rather than.
Yeah. It just looked like a bad Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, I never saw it before. Doctor Who, huh? Is that? It's not like the Twilight Zone, right?
Ooh, it could be classed in the same genre as Twilight Zone, but it's not as good as the Twilight Zone.
What was Night Stalker? Do you remember that?
No.
Night Stalker? No. Is that the name of it? Night Stalker?
Yeah,
Night,
it is.
Night Stalker. What'd you say, dear?
It's a good choice, Doctor Who, and I liked the Sea Devils very much.
I can't remember that show.
The Daleks in particular.
What was that Rod Serling show? Rod Serling.
But I used to like watching Lost in Space, you know?
Was that the Twilight Zone? It's American screenwriter. Yeah, The Twilight Zone. Yeah. I forget that other show.
That's the one, Steve. A continuation.
What's the continuation?
The Doctor is a reincarnation of the previous Doctor each time.
Kolchak.
Chasing supernatural creatures.
Yeah, Kolchak. That was the Night Stalker, Kolchak.
Did you
That
ever?
was
We watched an American series called The Invaders.
1974 was the first episode. Darren McGavin, he was Kolchak. He was like a reporter, Chicago newspaper reporter. That was a pretty weird show. I don't remember everything about it. I remember watching it. Alfred Hitchcock, he was weird too.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to watch a show called The Invaders, and it was about an architect in America. He'd seen a UFO land at a deserted diner one night, and they were slowly taking over the
Yeah.
planet bit by bit. A good show that. We used to all sit and watch that one.
Outer Limits, that was a weird one too. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Bob. Yeah, there were a lot of weird shows back then. Doctor Who. Yeah, I never saw a Doctor Who.
It's worth watching to see, to see what it's like. You might like it.
I don't think so. Are they spooky or?
Some of them are quite spooky, but then like the Dalek one, it's just more interesting than kind of spooky.
It's interesting, huh?
Space 1999. I like Lost in Space. That was a very good series, wasn't it?
You like Lost in Space?
Zachary Smith and Will Robinson.
Danger.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah. The robot. Hey, robot. Yeah. Ooh,
Star Trek. But the Star Treks I watched more than any would have been the original series with Captain Kirk. What's it called? Leonard Nimoy as Spock and what have you, yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah. I watched the later ones with
Patrick, what's his name?
Patrick Stewart, yeah.
Yeah.
He was he played a good part, but yeah, I used to watch it.
Ian B.
That's true.
What game is he playing, Dwight? Ian B, huh? Is he playing PlayStation? PlayStation.
I didn't see that, Nathan. No, I like B movies. Godzilla and stuff from the old days.
Godzilla?
When it were obvious it were a rubber toy.
Yeah, I never got into Godzilla.
The best it could do at the time. Budget is logical, yeah. Ooh.
Ian B. Train Sim Live. I can't find this channel, Dwight. Train
There's a
Sim
few
6.
still around, aren't there, from the first series? George, what's it, who played Sulu? What comedy shows do you like? I like some of the modern comedians, but I wouldn't. I liked all the Monty Python stuff. There used to be one called The Goodies. That was funny. Benny Hill were funny. You know, that type of thing.
Good old Benny Hill. Jimmy should live stream his PlayStation game.
Yeah, you should live stream that. Take us all on a train ride, Hugh. We'll all be
Dwight.
passengers on the train.
Dwight, you should live stream when you play your games.
Zombie kill.
Yeah, you probably get a lot of people watching your zombie game. I'm switching to my primary sporting interest. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning, Jerry. Good night, Bob. Take care.
Bye, Bob. Take care, mate. I used to watch, I watched Cheers, Welcome Back, Kotter when I was younger. The Fonz, Happy Days. I liked all those. Those are like a comedy, aren't they? Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
Now.
Good old Mark and Mindy.
Roseanne, I used to like watching that with John Goodman.
This could be Jimmy. Jimmy, this could be you. Right here. This channel.
Raking it in.
Raking it in, man.
And having everyone watching.
Yeah, this guy's got 5,000 subscribers. There's only 2 people watching him, but
he's got all those subscribers.
I think he's just started streaming.
Oh, cool, Dwight. All new zombies.
I think I might watch this dude. Dwight, you should do your game. You should stream it. Play, set up your video and play your game. Do it live.
There's games where you can have a farming simulator, and somebody did it and put it live while they were playing it, driving the freaking tractor around, pulling a trailer of muck out to cowshed into Middin and that. Did me head in watching that and sit watching that crap. I just go and stand and watch Ron at farm if I want to watch that crap going on.
I don't know what Bob was looking for. I don't know. It's 8 o'clock, Digger, so you know what time that is. It's 1 o'clock. Time to go to bed. That's it. I'm done. Good night, everybody. Good night, Digger.
Bye, Jerry.
See you guys tomorrow morning. Back on track, 10 a.m. Be there. Good night, Digger. Good night, everybody.
Bye.